Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, Tesla has made a massive change and maybe even a big benefit. I know if you're coming from other brands, this might not be that big, but now Tesla is finally allowing negative equity to be looped in, financed, and also leased if you're looking to do that as part of the deal. Let's go through how this works if you're in a Tesla situation currently, or if you're coming back new to the brand as well. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you want to join our free newsletter, email newsletter, you can do that. Link down below in the description or in the live stream chat. Today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data and much more, but more on that later. And so hat tip to Calvin, again, for sending us this cool tip that he was able to finance negative equity in his Tesla purchase. And you might be thinking like, negative equity, what is that? And if it is finance, like maybe it's like only like $1,000 or $2,000, because I feel like we've seen that in the past, but no, this was up to $7,000 in negative equity. This is breaking news, I would say, for Tesla purchases, because this kind of solves like two different things that are issues out there. There could be people coming from other brands that have some negative equity because there's a lot of crazy pricing over the past couple of years, and also with Tesla, with prices has also been crazy as well. You might be flipped just a little bit. Flip means that you owe more than what the vehicle's actually worth. So in this case scenario here, there was a Tesla trade-in, and the Tesla trade-in was flipped about $7,000. And you can see right here, the negative trade-in of $7,000 of what is owed is being financed into the deal. And actually, this is a lease deal as well. And so certainly this might be a great tool, because what's cool with this is that at the end of the 2-year or 3-year lease, this is on a Model Y rear-wheel drive, they will be completely, or Calvin or anybody who does a deal like this will be completely evened out with it, and they'll owe zero negative equity because that vehicle will be gone and everything like that. It seems like Tesla is allowing some of these to be done, but you do have to have strong credit for this to be done as well. Before, you had to pay this negative equity out of pocket, whether it was $1,000, $2,000, whatever amount it was. But now Tesla, and it seems like this is through Tesla leasing, they are allowing this negative equity to be financed into the deal. So this is game changing for loyal customers that, like people out wanting to upgrade from the old Model 3 to the new Model 3, or even old Model Y to the new Model Y. And so this is a big step, because there's probably a lot of people, myself included, we bought our Model X 2022 when the market was crazily high, and yeah, of course we've got negative equity on that, and it might be an interesting move here to try and get into maybe a refresh Model X, because I really like the Model X. At the end of the day, it's comfortable with good suspension, and it might be worth it to get into one of these. And so maybe this is a sign, like Payne, you're saying, Tesla looking pretty desperate, trying to figure out more ways. I mean, the funny thing with this is that this is new to Tesla, but this is not new to any of the other OEMs, legacy manufacturers. This is like a very, very common thing that happens with other brand sales and everything. But this is cool to see that finally Tesla is, I guess, getting with the paces here and being able to finance negative equity. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're about to buy your Tesla, this is an interesting post that I saw from Unplugged Performance, and it actually reminded me that getting an alignment, whether it's a new Tesla, is worth it. And sometimes I've been able to work with the Tesla Service Center to get like a warranty alignment as well. But if you're interested, Unplugged Performance, of course, does performance alignment so that you can get the most and everything out of your vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. It does feel like a lot more Model Y rear-wheel drives are starting to get delivered. So congrats to anybody that just picked up a rear-wheel drive, the most cheapest, affordable. I would arguably say the Model Y rear-wheel drive makes the most sense. And once a deal starts to happen with one of those, like maybe a cool financing rate, it might be worth it. But we have definitely tracked some of our best deal spreadsheet down below in the description with some of the best deals out there, best discounts. Definitely check if you take a look if you're interested. Model 3 and Model Y. Model Y up to $1,200 off, and Model 3 up to $5,700 off. But the one thing is for sure, if you're going to be using using one of these or purchasing one of these or ordering any Tesla, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so that you get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla Model 3, Model Y, SX, or even Cybertruck. But as you have noticed, there was a lot of, I guess we'll call it drama between Elon and Trump over the past day or so. And I guess this is starting to do a spike of surge for traffic. This is a Google Trend search that says the term buy a Tesla has spiked almost to 100% interest over time over the past day. And so this could be because of what Elon and Trump are doing, or this could be because like these incentives, like 1.99% financing on the Model Y, are coming to an end anyways. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. If you're going to be buying your Tesla very soon, the next step is to protect it. And that's where our friend Andre at 24K Shine is very trusted, in my opinion. He's worked on plenty of our Tesla vehicles. So if you're in the OC area, Southern California, definitely hit up 24K Shine. I strongly recommend at least doing a ceramic coating for your Tesla vehicle. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And of course, ask for the Dennis deal so that he can hook you up as well. He's worked on a lot of Teslas, a lot of my previous Teslas, and he just did a mobile wash of our Model Y as well. And so I really like Andre because he's mobile. So it just makes it a little bit more convenient sometimes when the person is mobile so that he can get to where you're at and everything. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/denniscw. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks for that, everyone. Payne, thanks for coming in. The Quantum Dog, thank you for dropping by. And Will Boy, thank you for dropping by as well. Tesla looking pretty desperate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is desperate. They're just trying to figure out, okay, what does all the other brands, well, how do they structure and sell more vehicles? How can we mimic that? And this is just one more piece that can be done here. Quantum, the Tesla Model 2 or Model Q is coming. I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like there's a lot going on with Tesla. We're supposed to be waiting for, I mean, Model S, Model X, and Model Y 7-seater, a lot of different models, and including Model Y Performance as well. Well, boy, are both the Model Y all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive sold today considered 2026 models? I would assume so. I haven't seen anything yet to point otherwise in terms of the rear-wheel drive. I think it's essentially the same, but who knows at this point. I mean, I would, yeah, it's definitely like a 2026 for the rear-wheel drive. That would be super confusing for them to switch it. Yeah, it would just confuse a ton of people if they did that. In this next topic, Model Y 7-seater has now appeared. Maybe this is an error, maybe this is a glitch, but this is a communication from Tesla that shows this. Shout out to New One for sending this, or No One for sending this, DMing to us. Tesla has just sent out a new email, quoted in subject line, "Everything you need in an electric vehicle." But is there anything you notice here with this screenshot from that email? I mean, they talk about the new Model Y, midsize SUV, ready for anything with long range. Quote, "Seating for up to 7 and enough room for everyone's gear." Of course, I quickly, after I saw this, went to the Tesla.com website and did not see anything noted about a 7-seater version just yet. So maybe this email had the wrong verbiage. Maybe it was sent prematurely, sent too early. One thing's for sure is we're waiting for a 7-seater Model Y to be coming soon, very, very soon. I mean, taking a look at some of the other different things in that same email, it seems like it was just like a general email sent out to through all the different, talking about all different models and everything for that Tesla has, including the Cybertruck. But maybe, I mean, it is Friday, and Tesla does like doing things around this time on Friday. So maybe we'll get some sort of update as we're talking right now live on stream or this video about the Model Y 7-seater. But let us know, are you interested in the Model Y 7-seater? And when do you think it's actually going to be coming out in the near future? Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. If you're just joining in, welcome. Tesla is now allowing negative equity to be financed. If you don't know what negative equity is, the quick TLDR is, let's say you own a vehicle, it's a Honda Civic, it's worth $20K, but you owe $25,000 on it to the bank. That's $5,000 of negative equity. We've got a screenshot here, example from Calvin. He's buying a Model Y rear-wheel drive, or they're buying a Model Y rear-wheel drive, and he was able to finance or throw into the deal negative equity of $7,000. It seems like Tesla with strong credit will allow you to finance up to $7,500, which is a tax credit. So I think what needs to happen here is A, you need to qualify for the tax credit, and then B, if you've got negative equity, it's a little bit of a approval, I guess, for Tesla to see if that will allow. And so really big news, because Tesla did not allow this, at least from what I've seen before. And if they did, maybe it was only like $1,000 or $2,000. So this is pretty big, especially if you're someone that owns a previous Tesla and you want to get into another one and you might owe too much. U-Haul, thanks for coming in. Cyber Taxi Show next week. Yeah, 100%. Timoteo, I'm still waiting for the chance to buy a Model 3 Ultra Red with the white interior. I needed to qualify for the $7,500. Yeah, it seems like Tesla is tying a lot of different promotions with full self-driving, and that might be the new MO with Tesla, because I guess it's like a revenue grab for them to try and use some of that profit for the lower percent financing. So I guess we'll see what happens. But the one thing is for sure, there's always the best deals, incentives, and everything by the end of the year, quarter 3, quarter 4. RC, if you don't intend to keeping your Tesla for 10 years, it would be ridiculous to finance an upside down position, especially they seem to lose close to 25% of value in 2 years. Well, actually, that's why this specific example is a lease. So it's a set amount lease. So your payments are locked in, your depreciation is locked in, and of course, your negative equity is locked in as well. So it's actually not like, if you're going to be doing this, it's actually better to do this with a lease than, of course, like a traditional finance. I get what you're saying there, RC, because traditional finance would be kind of crazy, because then you pay interest on top of that, it compounds. And it's like a never ending cycle. But at least with leasing, it's a set payment, set loss. And then when you're done, that's essentially it, which is really nice for sure. Upside down on loan. Yeah, U-Haul, 100%. Michelle, talk about loser drug addict soon will be like a drug consumer trying to give away his goods for ketamine. Ooh, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. No, that's not here, I think. Why is so stupid blurting negative equity from other brands? Blurping things like negative equity from other brands? Yeah, sure, Michelle. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in and everything. But a lot of brands actually do this in terms of like the negative equity. And so it's very, very common in terms of like higher luxury brands. But is that to say that Tesla is a luxury brand? Yeah. In this next topic, now that 0% financing for the Tesla Cybertruck is here, well, which Cybertruck is the best deal? Let's go through some examples. Let's go through some hypotheticals so that you can try and figure out for yourself, because there's different trims, different options. And of course, Foundation Series might be the best option, except Tesla did something very weird and removed a ton of Foundation Series. Or did all these Foundation Series Tesla Cybertrucks actually sell out of inventory? Because if you take a look at it, with the 0% offer for Tesla Cybertrucks needs to include full self-driving. Well, the Foundation Series all-wheel drive has full self-driving included. It also has $10,000 in discounts, free supercharging, and if, of course, because it's got full self-driving, gets the 0% plus foundation series bits, trims, and all these different things in it. And so the other day there was plenty in stock, and a lot of you commented and sent me DMs like, hey, they were thinking about buying a foundation, and then they all disappeared. So it's kind of confusing to see which ones are Tesla actually hiding, or did people actually realize that this was the best deal at the end of the day? Because depending on how you value free supercharging, especially if you keep it for 5 to 10 years, every single year lifetime, it could actually add up to a lot of money, maybe $1,000 to $2,000 a year in valuation there. And so if you can get it for a good price, especially because some of the foundation series all-wheel drives are going for $10,000 off, it could mean a lot of money because it's also being financed at 0%. But now I guess there's not many other ones if you take out the foundation series. But if you're in an area that finds one that's $10,000 off, I would say that might be the deal, especially if you're going to be utilizing the full free supercharging every single year and everything. But don't forget, there are Cybertrucks that have a nice discount as well. Like taking a look at some of these all-wheel drives in this zip code, we can see $8,500 off on some of these. And if you can't necessarily lease it to do a buyout, so if you qualify for the business credit, then that might work as well. But at the same time, I think I would probably push you to just get a new 2025, because probably $1,000 delta would just get you a 2025 vehicle instead of a 2024 with some mileage on it, and then you'll be able to finance it at 0%. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you don't know what happened yesterday, you do have to get full self-driving with Cybertruck, which is a $8,000 package, to be able to get the 0%. And then quickly right after, they changed some of the terms and everything, because you do actually have to put a good amount, or a down payment down. You can't put zero unless you're using part of that 7,500 federal tax credit. And so you can see here, this one requires about 5% down at 5,000 down to get to 0% at 60 months. You can go to 72 months, but that's going to raise it to 0.99%, which is still respectable, but still something you need to be aware about. But the one thing is for sure, definitely don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. It doesn't necessarily give you any other bonus, but it does support the channel. So thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code in the past and in the future. And also thank you to Eddie for posting about the $5,000 down that you had to put, because they quickly changed that right after that, which was very interesting to see with that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Well, one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this, and that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners, and I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there: 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones, and by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. And on top of that, 3W All-Weather Floor Mats just released their 2026 unit percent. We've got a video on the channel if you want to take a look at it. And if you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off, which is way higher than their posted promo code as well. They got Model 3, Cybertruck, Model X floor mats, and Model S floor mats as well. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And thank you for using our promo code to support the channel as well. Lindsay, what about the extended Model Y? Think that will be released? I don't think so. I mean, if they've been working on that, I mean, maybe that's why the 7-seater is taking that much longer. It's just going to be a little bit of a longer wheelbase. I mean, that'd be cool to see, because the 7-seater on the Model Y is nice. It's a nice to have, but I mean, I've never sat back there, but I've seen it, and I don't know if I'd be comfortable putting myself or anybody in the back seat or the third row. Victic, the lease horrible deal, you end up paying 80% of the car at the end of the lease. Not necessarily. I mean, something like the Model 3 lease, it's like $10,000 for 2 years, which, I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to beat less than $10,000 in depreciation over a 2-year period on a Model 3. I mean, it's pretty good as long as you're someone that is not going to be buying out that Model 3 afterwards. If you just need a vehicle for 2 years, a 2-year lease is great, especially the Model 3 one. But if you're going to be buying a car and holding it 3 to 5 to 10 years, then of course purchasing, especially at 0% on the Model 3, is going to be your best bet. I mean, really, I guess the hack here is like if you've got negative equity, maybe it might be worth like getting a 0% interest rate, because then you're not paying any interest on the negative equity if you're looking to do that and get out of your position and you really want a Tesla vehicle. The cool thing with Tesla vehicles, way less maintenance and everything, and more bulletproof, so to speak. In this next topic, Tesla website update. We've got a brand new page on Tesla's site that's talks about full self-driving, which is good timing, that's for sure, because I mean, full self-driving actually is getting a lot better. And I'm not sure I could own a vehicle without full self-driving at this point. I mean, we've got the Model Y launch series that has full self-driving. The Cybertruck Foundation series has full self-driving as well. And it is handy for sure. And if you're someone that drives like an hour plus a day, you will definitely see a lot more benefit with full self-driving, and for it being able to, for you to just be able to decompress just a little bit while the vehicle makes all these micro decisions for you while you're driving. But really cool to see this new page from Tesla with all these different things like drives for you, drives to you, parks for you. The funny thing is I actually tried Summons the other day in the Kohl's parking lot, and I was surprised how fast it was going through the parking lot. Like I was a little bit worried because, sometimes you see those pictures of Summons like crashing into other cars or whatever, but Summons was confident and it got to us at the front of the lot. I mean, I might start using this a lot more depending on, of course, the situation and everything. But Sawyer posted this. 3.8 million miles have been driven on full self-driving supervised. Supervised full self-driving is 54% safer than a human driver. Full self-driving is trained on what amounts to over 100 years of anonymous real-world driving scenarios from Tesla's fleet of 6 million vehicles. Tesla fleet collectively experiences a lifetime driving of scenarios in 10 minutes. But very cool to see this whole page, and let us know if you got some cool experiences with full self-driving and how has it saved you with whatever time frame or driving from you, whatever you're doing out there. Richard, thanks for coming in. Does that mean I can trade in my 2024 Model Y with full self-driving for a 26 Model Y? Do you think it will cost? Yeah, I guess the first step there is figuring out how much negative equity you have. The cool thing with the full self-driving is you can transfer that to the new Model Y, and then you'll just have to figure out how much negative equity it is. And I think if you got good credit, maybe good down payment, and you're leasing or you're financing, maybe even finance. Well, I don't know, Model Y, new one 1.9. I guess it's okay. And as long as you have good credit, and it seems like maybe up to the 7,500 threshold, it might be okay. Victic, on the Model Y rear-wheel drive lease, they want you to pay $3,100 at the end of the lease. Yeah, if you're looking to buy it out, 100%. Yeah, the Model Y rear-wheel drive, the lease, if you look at like the structure and everything, because we actually take a look and try and record and keep update of all the different lease interest rates, because it's different. Like leasing is a different way of financing, so you pay interest but in a different way. Financing, of course, is interest rate, but here is all the different lease interest rates that are out there for the Model Y, Model 3, Cybertruck, and etc. I don't keep track of the S and X because there's not a lot of volume, but you can see like the Model Y interest rates for lease are pretty high, so you do have to factor that in with your decision. Whereas the Model 3, I mean, Model 3 rear-wheel drive 2.76%, which is fantastic. U-Haul self-driving from a parking space. Yeah, it's actually, I'm going to try and start using it more and more to see how beneficial it could be. I could really see how beneficial it could be, like using the Summons full self-driving in a parking lot while it's raining out. But I mean, it's sunny here in California, so I don't know how useful. Maybe if I'm holding a bunch of stuff and I don't want to like walk all the way to the car and carry all this stuff, then I could see it being useful. But I guess we'll definitely see. In this next topic, Rivian has dropped new incentives. Now there's a $5,000 down payment assistance when you lease a dual motor R1T or R1S. Shout out to Rivian Tracker for posting this. Seems like there's plenty more incentives. Stacks with the $7,500 lease EV credit, and for a total of $12,500 off on June for it goes all the way till June 30th. It seems like Rivian is also trying to figure out how can they sell some of these R1Ts and R1Ss. Seems like they also have Dune still in inventory. R1S, you can lease it, 7,500 lease credit, $8,000 off with any trade-in, and of course a $500 gear shop credit if you use a Rivian referral code, just like the one down below in the description. I also saw something recently that Rivian is also allowing overnight test drives. They have, I guess, taken a page out of Tesla's book and are allowing 1-day overnight test drives. So if you're interested in Rivian, of course, don't forget to use a Rivian referral code, just like the one down below in the description, and head on to your local Rivian shop so that you can pick up one of these to drive at least for a night or a day or so. Richard is completely paid for. Dennis, thoughts? Because I am interested. Well, you kind of have to do the math yourself and figure out like, A, how much did you lose over the past year or two of purchase, and then does that sit well in your stomach, and is it worth paying the five? It's probably going to be $5,000 to $10,000. That, I mean, unless you got the Model Y, we will you the 2024 Model Y at like a, I mean, because there was times when those were like 5 to 10. I think if I remember correctly, like one was like $12,000 off. If you got one of those, you might be okay. And then you have to play this game of, do you try and sell it elsewhere, or do you just finance the negative equity? There's a lot of different things that go into your exact situation that we essentially have to do the math. But one thing is for sure, if you're out there watching and you want like a little bit more of a one-on-one chat, I do respond to all my direct messages in my Patreon group down below in the description. So once you join, you can actually DM me and go through and chat your situation and everything. So definitely check out it. Or if you want to just support the channel, Patreon group down below in the description. IKEA, no shopping carts outside. Yeah, is it really? I guess because it's like a different, I guess. But I'm just worried of it hitting like another car because I've seen some of those accidents and that would not be a fun day. Travis, I'm going to order my first Model Y and can't decide if I want to go stealth gray or white with matte PPF. What are your thoughts? Stealth gray looks cool. I think it looks more black than gray, which is kind of nice, but white is clean as well. I mean, I guess the question for you is like, are you going to be putting matte PPF on the stealth gray as well? And then maybe try and see what both of those look like. I think if I had to decide between the both of those, I think I would go matte PPF on stealth gray, not matte PPF on white. I think it just has more dynamic with that. River Cones, great to see you. I heard launch Rivians have the quad motor 2022 year. Is it better by use, or the refresh is so much better? To be honest, Farrakhan, I've driven both the R1S original and refresh, and hate to say it, but I don't think I really felt difference. Still was a rough ride for me, so I don't know. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.